Welcome back. CCTV, poolside, but actually 40 feet away in a covered gazebo because it's hot.
It's hot.
It's hot.
Summertime in the city, as they say. July, Los Angeles, California.
1986?
The year?
87?
1986. Only two of us are alive.
The internet is just first starting up. We're in a cyberpunk age. Lindsay is being sold to traffickers.
Her embryo.
What
year
are
were you born in?
talking
87?
Yeah, I wasn't even born yet.
So only I was alive.
And all his, people have been wiped out.
Who's my people? Which ones?
Just your friends.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Brett and I have started a cult.
1986?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
That's the year. That's the picture.
Okay.
What episode is this?
I believe it's 61. Could be wrong.
Probably something like that.
We ask every single episode.
60 episodes too much at this point. Think about it.
One was okay, but then the other 60 were...
As good
But,
as
but not the
one-off.
first one. It would have to be one of the 60.
But not the
Okay.
first one.
What's
But
your
not the
favorite
first.
CCTV?
The one that we unlisted.
Matt thought that was
No.
quite funny.
No?
Before we get into our thoughts on CCTV, how about one of those classic sponsors for CCTV? This is actually a new one. It's DoorDash. Y'all heard of DoorDash?
We
Yeah.
use that all the time.
It's easy. So I could look at the copy, and I guess I will, but DoorDash, it's an app on your phone. You're hungry. You're anywhere. You're at your house. You're at your school. You're at your work. You're like, dude, I want a meal brought to me. I don't have time to cook.
DoorDash is sick, man. I've been using DoorDash for everything.
Sorry.
Bring food, deliver food, give me food, and transportation of
Give
food.
me food.
There is actually, I will say, just from, this is not relevant to anybody, but a little hot piece about DoorDash. They deliver Cheesecake Factory, something that Postmates doesn't do anymore, okay? Cheesecake Factory,
Should we get Cheesecake Factory for lunch?
it's pretty expensive, but
Absolutely
DoorDash can at least deliver it. Postmates, they're falling behind, man. DoorDash is the new...
Postmates.
I don't know if we're supposed to be talking about competitors.
Let's
but,
not talk
you
about
know, that's
competitors.
Tough.
I thought that was the point, though. They're better than the competitor isn't the whole point.
We said it. I'm not going to change it now. I can't go back in time.
I'm saying
So-
I'm saying they deliver cheesecake, right?
Yeah.
That should be enough.
Yeah.
And if there isn't cheesecake in your area, I don't know. Move
Hit us with
where
the
you have
guess-
DoorDash.
Yeah, I guess this is why they give us the copy.
this-
maybe we floundered.
maybe we
a
should
bit
stick
too
to
much.
the-
Maybe I'll just read this. Only
So hold on a second. I've been trying to get this stain off of my pants. I have no idea what it is.
DoorDash connects you to your favorite restaurants in your city. Ordering is easy. Just use the DoorDash app and choose what you want to eat, and a Dasher, that's a person in a car with your food, not a reindeer, will bring it to you anywhere you are. Not only is that burger place you love on DoorDash already, but over 310,000 other amazing restaurants are too. DoorDash connects you with door-to-door delivery in over 3,300 cities, all 50 states, and Canada. Order from your local go-tos or choose from your favorite chains such as Chipotle, Wendy's, Chick-fil-A, and, Alex, you said it first.
Cheesecake Factory.
It's actually on this piece of paper.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Huh?
They're partners with it, dude.
They're partners
They have a
with
mutual
Cheesecake.
agreement, you know.
Don't worry about dinner. Let dinner come to you with DoorDash. Right now, CCTV listeners can get $5 off that first order of $15 or more when you download the DoorDash app and use our promo code CCTV. That's $5 off the first order. You download the app from the App Store, enter that promo code CCTV. $5 off that first order of $15 or more. That's easy money. Get yourself something. Maybe you want some Denny's.
Yeah. Imagine you're in a date, things are going good, or things are going bad. Doorbell rings. You open it up. I don't know who that is. Turns out you ordered DoorDash an hour before you even got to the apartment. They show up 2 cheesecakes ready to go, New York style. Get some coffee brewed up. Everything all of a sudden, 10 times better than it was moments before cheesecake showed up.
What's your normal order at Cheesecake Factory?
You want me to go over this with you?
Yeah.
Ice brewed tea,
Ice brew tea.
jambalaya.
Jambalaya?
So fucking good.
Really?
Yeah. So
all
good.
of the options at Cheesecake.
Have you had the
I've had
jambalaya?
cheesecake jambalaya several times.
Okay, I'm sorry. it's one of their most popular items, and you're over
pretty
here flaunting like, ooh, out of all the
That's
items
your
they have.
regular order. That's the one that you would order.
Why don't you go dine there a little bit more before you come at me with what do you have from Cheesecake Factory? Okay, chicken romano, delicious, and then any one of their you got Oreo cheesecakes, you got the like I said the New York, you got the raspberry, the red velvet, the Godiva chocolate. They have so many cheesecake options. You'll probably have diabetes before you finish eating.
Wow, that's
I didn't know you're such a cheesecake head.
I am blown away by your knowledge of the Cheesecake Factory's offerings. Mm-hmm. You are a hidden vault of information.
me sold me. I want.
I actually downloaded DoorDash specifically to order Cheesecake Factory, so this hits right at home.
Save that $5. Promo code CCTV. I liked your pitch of the date. You know, nothing gives you the fuel for fucking, like a couple of coffees and a rich, hearty cheesecake. Both of you just get it in that belly, get humped up on
That's
caffeine.
gonna be their
and
new
then,
slogan. Fuel for fucking.
yeah, hard G.
Cheesecake Factory. Fuel for fucking.
Let's see the hard G. Fucking.
It's gonna be written like that.
All right. Well, sorry DoorDash for this ad read, but I mean, not sorry to you guys. Save that $5 and DoorDash. Thanks, we appreciate it. They've been sponsoring Food Lab too, so that's a marriage
Really?
made in heaven too. Yeah,
Holy shit.
good times. Anyways, why do you know so much about cheesecake? Is there a specific reason? Do you go there for sweetie pie dates? when your
Yeah,
ladies
lots of
in
sweetie
town?
pie dates down at the Grove. I mean, it's there.
yeah.
It's, God tier restaurant. S plus tier when it comes to just general dining. Drake has rapped about it. It's one of his songs.
Yeah, it's true.
They have, honestly, they have one of the biggest menus. I kind of wish that Gordon Ramsay did an episode on Cheesecake Factory, just so he can,
From what show?
just so they can have that Hell's Kitchen, or sorry, not Hell's Kitchen. What the fuck am I
Kitchen
talking about?
Nightmares?
Kitchen
Kitchen
Nightmares.
Nightmares.
Just so he can look at the menu and they can add that like scary sound effect.
When he sees
When he
it.
looks at
Just
the
for
menu, he's
seeing
like,
the
bloody
sheer
hell,
amount."
how many fucking items is in here? And then come after the owners and destroy their kitchen. But they have so many things there.
It's a massive menu.
If you don't know what you want, like typically when you go in and you don't know what you want, you take a little bit of time to go over the menu. You can't do that at Cheesecake. There's too many things. You just have to have a general. I want a
Idea of
burger.
what you want.
You want their glam burger. You want their like vegan burger. You know what I mean? And that's just the burgers. And you get into the pasta section. Then you flip over. You have shepherd's pie. Dude, they're crazy over there. They're crazy. I'm telling you.
We know that it's, a great, cozy, classy spot for those deep in an ingrained existing relationship. But let's say, you're feeling out. I'm talking second date action.
Mm-hmm.
What's your take? Homeboy, hits you up on the Bumble. You had a pretty good first date. You met for some coffee.
Cheesecake Factory.
Had some good combo. He pitches you Cheesecake Factory. That's what I'm saying
Again.
What's your thought? Oh, you were at the first.
You're saying the first.
That was the first date.
The first one was this time, and then you just have a mutual. You both go there every
It's only
weekend.
Cheesecake
Well,
Factory.
first date you went and you were both kind of like, I don't want to look like a pig, so you both kind of barely scratched the surface.
You probably go to fucking Pink's Hot Dogs or whatever for the first date. Just
stand
like
in
some
line
generic.
for 25 minutes.
But that's how
awful.
that's how you talk though, right? You talk for 20 minutes in
Right.
line
I don't like standing in the heat while
find it so much
get
better.
to know somebody.
Yeah.
because you for 20 minutes you can stand and be like, oh, this is actually fucking awkward. You get a hot dog and leave, right? You don't have to sit through an hour's worth of conversation.
You can do that at like a coffee shop too and be like, I finished my coffee, bye.
I made a mistake one time of like not being into like the date and then going for ice cream later. Okay,
Oh.
so I'd rather just have a
How was that experience?
which part?
The going to ice cream.
I can talk
after.
more about whatever.
Okay, circle back to that.
I can circle back to it.
Okay.
Your point of standing in line, I guess.
What's your thoughts on a date
My
spot?
thought is Cheesecake Factory is definitely relationship honey pie date.
So
Right.
second
I
date,
don't.
you're
First,
not.
second, me getting to know somebody. I don't want to go to because if I go to Cheesecake Factory, yeah, I want to be like eating the jambalaya and a bunch of cheesecake, and I don't want to, gorge myself on like a beginner date.
That sucks for girls, so they can't gorge themselves. It's like a thing.
What do you think about a man who brings you cheesecake on a second date? 'Cause
Well, no, I would suggest something else. I wouldn't go.
You wouldn't go?
let's say he
Why?
even pitches it.
He pitches it, I'd be like, oh, I don't really feel like it.
You know that partnered with
What?
DoorDash, right?
Are they partnered with me? Cheesecake
wanna be.
Factory wants to sponsor me, then hell yeah, I'll take all my dates there.
Cheesecake Factory just has general sponsors now.
I'm putting it out there.
Is there a judgment on your date when he pitches Cheesecake Factory.
Well, yeah, because I'm saying I'm not going to go.
I'm not saying you're personal, but I'm saying what does it say about him? Are you like, oh, is he cheap? Or is he like
You're going
someone
to
who
the
like...
Cheesecake Factory is not cheap.
Okay. So
That is
that's a plus
expensive.
right off the bat.
Yeah, it costs some money.
You could take your leftovers home, eat it for lunch the next day, and think about your date. You're reminded. You're like, damn, as I finish this spaghetti and meatballs.
Then I've also been asked to go on a date to like Del Taco, so
How did that go? How
I
did that
didn't go
come
I mean,
on-
if you want
I
spaghetti
didn't go on
meatballs,
that
you go to
date.
Denny's. You get some of this.
You're right. I don't eat the spaghetti meatballs.
Yeah, no, I got you.
But I feel you.
I gotta try the
So-
Denny spaghetti.
Hold up, because we're going to hit all these points, because these are all great points. I just want to spend time with each one of these. You know, open them up, look at them, hold them up to the light. Del Taco, what date number was this?
This was like we hung out and had coffee one time.
Okay.
And then he wanted to hang out again, and this is like also 8 years ago.
Okay,
And then
sure.
he wanted to go to Del Taco, and I said, "Well, why don't you just make food? We can make food." And he
So you wanted to
was
shit
with his-
yourself twice in 2 dates. Coffee, go home, shit yourself. Now Del Taco, go home, double shit yourself.
Wait. Why are you going home and shitting yourself after a coffee date?
Coffee doesn't make you shit.
I mean, like if I have
Right.
a lot
Coffee
of it,
for sure
Right, if you
makes
have a
you.
lot of it.
like one cup of coffee is not gonna make
But-
me shit. But if I'm like,
You limit
Coffee.
yourself
You
to
think
the
you're
one
gonna-
coffee date.
yeah, sure.
Like when you get to be around my age.
Anyways,
like,
that guy
coffee-
also lived with his mom, and he was like, "Well, I'm at home doing laundry, and I don't want to go that far, and I don't want to cook and buy groceries. So the Del Taco has 2 tacos for $1." And I was like,
He said those words to you?
Yeah.
Well, I think I
This is
remember
all-
this story. The $2
I probably
$2
talked about it
for because that really traumatized Lindsay. I think the
Well-
$2 taco guy.
In this scenario, you counter offered. You weren't like, this is an instant deal breaker. You're like, okay,
Right. Yeah.
I'll hear you out. Let's make food. He said no to that,
"No,
and then what happened?
I can't afford groceries. Del Taco has 2 tacos for $1."
Okay.
And I was like, "I'm gonna be fully transparent with you. I'm just not." Because then he asked me a couple days later. I was like, "No, I can't." He asked me a couple days later, like, "Oh, you want to hang out?" I'm like, "Look."
To go to Del Taco again? He said it
He just was like, "Oh, do you want to hang out?" And I was like,
Oh.
"Look, I'm just not."
Am I
Because also I just wasn't that into him.
am I remembering that I'm talking to the right person? There's a person who would take you to Jack in the Box.
Oh, it might have been Jack in the Box. I might be thinking
Oh,
Del
you fucked
Taco,
up the
but
story. She fucked up the
I think it was
story.
Jack in the Box.
because they have 2 tacos for $1.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's Jack in the Box.
But you
Oh.
did go. Didn't you go to Jack in the Box with him ever?
No, I didn't.
This never
No.
happened. Interesting.
Because I was like, no,
Have you had
I'm gonna
Jack
go
in
on
the
a
Box
date with
tacos?
you to.
no. Well, have I? No, I can't. There's no way.
Right. Have you?
Had what?
Jack in the Box tacos?
Probably, yeah.
I think
They're pretty fire.
I feel like
I
they,
hear they're good.
On the scale of like fast food tacos, minus like Taco Bell and all those, like somewhere where you
minus Taco Bell,
wherever you wouldn't expect.
minus all places that have tacos.
Minus
on the
every
scale-
Mexican
Jack in the
food
Box.
restaurant.
on the scale
is
of fast
really
food
up there.
restaurants that don't specialize in tacos, it's pretty fucking good. It's also, even if you do compare to Taco Bell, it's like a different. It's like the.
Is
the-
it better?
I would
You'd
say
say
it was
better than Taco
I'd
Bell?
say it was better.
Really?
Yeah.
Are they
You have
crunchy
hard
or
shell,
soft?
They're crunchy, but they're like
So versus like the Doritos Locos tacos, you'd put the Jack in the Box tacos
they're
over
just
it.
different. It's not like the.
They'd
It's
be
not
different.
Like it's not like a corn tortilla. It's like I don't know what they do. It's kind of almost like a wonton
You
kind
know
of.
what's fire? It's the naked chicken chalupa.
Those are pretty good too.
Yeah.
Where's that?
Taco
Taco
Bell.
Bell.
Well,
We're talking about Taco
only
Bell.
seasonal.
Who can keep up with these men?
I'm more about the taco thing right now.
Right.
Is that you're saying Jack in the Box tacos?
They're like the tortilla that they use is not really like a tortilla. I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of almost like a.
They use a tortilla in taco Jack in the Box.
Are you just parroting what I'm saying, but in a different way?
I'm just trying to get to the
We'll have
bottom
to get some and
of why you're
like
rating
the
Jack in the
ultimate
Box so high, despite the
like
fact that it's like
Jack
doesn't
in the
even
Box
it's
taco.
hard- it's
taste
sounds like it
test.
doesn't even
It's hard to
resemble a taco
explain.
anymore.
It's hard to explain.
Like talking about naked chalupas and tortillas, so I'm not sure
Alright.
if it's talking about
All right,
tacos.
I'll shut up.
I swear we go to restaurants that aren't chains.
What's your favorite fast food?
Wait, hold on. I was still need to loop back to ice cream,
Oh, sorry.
but then
When do we
yeah.
talk about ice cream?
Your ice cream.
You
story.
went on ice cream.
Oh,
so
I see.
Tell this tale. This is a good. I want to hear this.
This was just a date that just
First
didn't,
date.
Yeah, this was a date that didn't go over super well.
Okay.
It's back in Colorado.
Where'd you find her?
Was it Tinder?
Tindy.
Okay, makes sense.
Possibly.
Okay.
There's a number of reasons why it just didn't go over too well.
Where are you going on this first date?
I went to actually a pretty nice restaurant. It was fuck me. shit, totally. The
Cheesecake
name.
Factory?
No. Yeah, no, it's Cheesecake Factory.
Shit, what was it? Oh, right.
No, but it was like more of an upper scale, like just like American dining sort of restaurant.
In
like
Denver?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they had like steaks and like seafood, that type of stuff.
Nice,
but
dude.
it was pretty close to me. So I was like, well, I just have to like go down the street basically, but obviously like I'll probably end up paying for the date, but at least like I like this place anyway.
Probably.
I will end up paying, but to me it was like that was the place that I was like, this was like more of a test to see like what the person would have on the menu and stuff like that, because it's like this is like one of my favorite places. So to me it's like I'd bring a person there just as a trial run. Because if they fuck that up, then I'm like, okay, like if we can't eat at my favorite restaurant, it's probably not going anywhere anyway.
So what are you looking for? You're looking for her to mirror some of the things that you would enjoy?
Honestly, no, just be normal. That's truly what I was looking for. Because at this point, I've had a few strikeouts. Anyway, it was already going bad because it was raining that day, and we had contacted each other, and I was like, hey, let's hang out. Come to this place, blah, 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 the standard, let's like meet up somewhere thing.
Yeah.
So it was raining, I got there on time, and surprisingly, and I'm sitting there waiting, and like 10 minutes have gone by, and I was like, okay, so I went inside, and I was just in the lobby of the restaurant waiting for her, just to swing over or whatever. Like 15 minutes went by, I'm like, okay, whatever, got set up, I guess. And then she texted me and was like, oh, thanks. I was like, what? And she's like, I've been here. Thanks for standing me up. I'm like, what? I'm looking around. I'm like, I'm inside. And she's like, oh, I'm in my car. And I was like, okay. So I went out in the rain and was like looking for her car, and I ended up finding it. And I was like, hey, okay, let's go inside now, as I'm being fucking drenched, by the way. Second thing that happened is she just didn't really resemble the pictures all that much.
Oh, you hate to see it happen.
I mean, I'm not like super like shallow, but like, come on, like,
It was that bad. It was
like
that level.
it was pretty different. It was so bad that I actually made a pretty fucked up comment, which was I said, I said verbatim, did you do your makeup differently today?
Bro.
I said it. Like it's kind of fucked that I said it. Now that I think about it years later, but at the time I really was just like, dude, because it was different from the pictures. It was like, it wasn't drastically like, oh my god, like she like shaved weight or anything, but like just the angles and stuff of it, and then like later you get the person and you're like, oh, like that's bizarre. Anyway, I was like, whatever, fuck it. I'll just roll the punches, whatever, So sit down, ordering. So this is the part that I was the stickler on, which was just like here's a menu, like hopefully you like, I don't know, of the wide selection of like the meats, and then you can have pastas, like whatever. They had like a pretty good like chicken Alfredo thing. And she's looking at the menu, and she was like, and I hate to blast anyone that I dated in the past, because it's fucked up, but it's not obviously anonymous, and anyone would know. But she was like, oh yeah, she's like, I don't eat meat. And I was like, oh,
nice, dude.
I was like, no, I'm like, whatever, like, who cares? But I was like, oh yeah, I'm like, oh, it's alright, they get like a vegan thing. She's like, no, I'm not vegan. It's like, I don't understand. She's like, I just don't like the texture of meat. She's like, I'll eat fish. And
Pescatarian.
I was like, well, explain that to me. She's like, it's not that it's a choice. I just don't like just a hamburger and like meats. I don't like how it feels in my mouth.
Like, no, fuck animals. I just don't like their dead bodies.
That reminds me of
Right.
There's the person who there's on the popular YouTube video with the guy who couldn't taste anything, and he said that eating to him is just texture. So he tries to eat stuff that goes down easily because he doesn't want to like chew it. Kind of reminds me of that. She just doesn't like the feeling of chewing meat in her mouth.
I guess her like parents like deprived her of it or something, or they gave it to her when she was young and it like scarred her or something. I couldn't because I was already like past the point of like, trying to get anything out of the situation.
Yeah.
Because to me the whole thing of like, I can see that being a choice. Like I don't want to do it. I can see it being like whatever, but I don't like the texture or the taste of meat. Is just whatever.
If you don't like the texture and taste of meat, then you just don't like meat. That's it. Like,
Also,
she just
why
doesn't want it,
agree
she
to go to a
doesn't eat it.
steakhouse?
So she's kind of like inadvertently, like pescatarian kind of. I guess.
I don't know. It's already like it's not a red flag, but it's like a half waving orange flag.
Right.
You know
It's
what I
like
mean?
a weird thing. Like what?
It's just like I don't know what to do with that information.
She
Like,
should just said she's
nothing about it I
vegetarian.
can relate to. So I'm just kind of. Well, I'm sorry I brought you. Hopefully you can get something here. Should end up getting the salad because it's obviously what fucking girls do on first dates anyway. Surprise, but it was pretty downhill.
Say it's not true.
I don't get salads.
First date you don't get salads.
No.
Why?
What are you asking me why? Or
Why do you think that girls
Unless
only
I
get
like
salad?
want a salad.
It's an existing social norm for a lot of people. On first dates, they eat light because they don't want to like eat a bunch of fucking
Right.
pasta and be
Right.
full and like get a food baby on your first date.
What do
that's
you
not like an
eat?
alien concept. Just I know they're trying to gaslight you here, but
Yeah, no, it's
No,
That's normal.
I'm not trying to
It's just like
gaslight 'em.
some
you're not, but-
from what I hear, some girls don't want to
No, I
like
get what you mean.
gorge
I know.
either. It's just they want to like salads are very like
Right.
peaceful to eat. You
I mean,
know,
yeah,
It's like-
that,
Peaceful.
well, like, that just goes exactly
you
with
just
what I
need
said,
some
where I don't want to
leaves.
go to
You're not like
Cheesecake
cutting
Factory
into
and
like a
gorge
fucking.
myself.
You know what I mean? You're not like it's not dripping on your face or anything. You
Steak
can't
pieces.
embarrass yourself with salad very easily.
What did you eat that night?
but wait, she countered this as though it was an alien thing.
No, I didn't. I just said like I wouldn't get a salad to be like, oh, I'm eating light.
What would you get on a first date then?
I mean, I
You
had,
say you agree with
last
him, but
first
you
date I
also
went
wouldn't
on,
get a
I
salad.
got pasta. But it's not like I had a lot of pasta. I'm just saying, if you go to a chain restaurant like Cheesecake Factory, where the portions are huge, and then there's cheesecake and the drinks and the bread that they bring you, that's like, that's a lot.
So if you were this unbelievably hot guy, let's say football player for like the fucking Argentinian like FIFA team, okay? And he's like, Lindsay, let's you're so beautiful to me. I want to take you everywhere, Let's go to Cheesecake and talk about lust of our life.
Why do you have
And-
so much context?
Shut up. And he's over there, he's like, order whatever you want, I'll pay for everything. And you're over there, what would you get? You'd say, hello, ma'am, can I take your order?
I'd probably get like a steak.
You get a steak.
Yeah.
First date with this guy, you just fucking straight go for the steak.
He's paying for
Why
it.
not?
She knows she's in already.
All
She's
right.
like, I'll eat a
You're-
whole
okay.
sea bass in front of you. I don't give a fuck.
Lindsay's a good opportunist.
I mean,
won't
like
say that much.
a nice filet mignon or something.
Nice filet mignon.
Delicious, not a lot of meat. Good
First
protein.
date, you get a filet mignon.
Yeah.
Wow. Come a long way from Jack in the Box, huh?
Yeah.
She has to establish
I never
that
went to
she
the Jack in the
has
Box.
expensive
Like
taste.
how like she's high main. Okay.
Right.
Anyway, the ice cream portion of this story basically was
So
just,
conversation wasn't good from there.
there was quite virtually nothing. But for whatever reason, I don't know. I guess I'm a masochist. In the parking lot, I was like, let's go down for ice cream. Maybe there's still something salvageable left here. Turns out
Cold
she.
Stone? Baskin
Yep.
Robbins?
Yep. Cold Stone.
Nice.
She's smoked, so she had like smoker's breath.
She was a smoker. too.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that was a thing.
Yikes.
So there was like when I was like closer to her, I was like, there's a faint, lingering smell.
Yeah.
And then she had this like other story about like how she got a piercing, like on like a part of like a nipple piercing, but like she didn't have the other one. And I was like, oh, like are you getting it? Or is it just like, oh, it was too painful, so I didn't want to do the other one. So I was like, okay, so you just have one. But at that point, it was just like nothing I could do about it. Even like the exit of like, hey, I'll call you, and her calling me out and saying, you probably won't, so I don't know why you're telling me that, and me saying, yeah. Anyways,
Damn.
Would you say that was your worst date?
that was definitely probably one of my worst dates.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to hear worst dates, but hold on. Let's take a break from our other sponsor this week.
I hope you benefited from that. I don't know.
I think
Maybe
it's,
go back
I think
and
it's very interesting. It's good. It's good. We can't bury these moments. Guys, as most of us have found out the hard way, getting into debt is easy. You go out, try to impress someone at Cheesecake Factory every night, fucking break the bank, run up that credit card. It's tough. Especially if your FICO score isn't that great. It can be very challenging. Thankfully now there's Upstart.com, the revolutionary lending platform that knows you're more than just your credit score or your choices at Cheesecake Factory. and they offer smarter interest rates to help you pay off high-interest credit card debt. Upstart goes beyond the traditional FICO score when assessing your credit worthiness. They actually reward you on your education and job history in the form of a smarter interest rate. Upstart believes you're more than just your credit score. They believe in you, and they understand that. They make it fast, simple, and easy to check your rate in just a few minutes without affecting your credit score. And the best part, once your loan is approved, most people get their funds the very next business day. Over 200,000 people have used Upstart to pay off credit cards, student loans, fund their wedding, or to make a large purchase. Free yourself from the burden of high-interest credit card debt by consolidating everything into one monthly payment with Upstart. You can see why Upstart is ranked #1 in their category with over 300 businesses on Trustpilot. Hurry on over to upstart.com/CCTV to find out how low your Upstart rate is. Checking your rate only takes a few minutes, and again, it doesn't affect your credit. That's upstart.com/CCTV. Upstart, thank you.
Watching that dog over there, Matt. I don't know if you could zoom in. It's right in front of the fence.
Oh, I see him.
You see him?
By that bush?
He's like kind of blending in. He's like to the left of the umbrella.
Yeah.
He's like taking a nice poop over there.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, look how stubby and
Is he like a little
schlubby he
corgi?
is.
The little
Yeah,
corgi right there.
Oh my goodness.
It's
Cutie
beautiful.
Corgi.
Anyways, thank you, Upstart, for sponsoring.
Yeah, man. Credit
Restaurant
score.
review.
Credit score is
CCTV.
important, dude. All right. You can be broke, have a good credit score, pretty much still do anything in life.
Yep.
Just gotta take out a whole bunch of credit cards and like I don't know.
And then
I
ruin
guess
your
try
credit
to pay them
score.
off first. Yeah, it's complicated, but hey, luckily got sponsors to help you guys out.
Thanks.
So that's my story.
Worst date, let's go. Young boy.
I feel like I haven't had a lot of like bad dates. I think most of my dates have been okay.
You're an excellent vetter.
Yeah, I usually can tell if I'm like, is it even worth going on a date with this person? Because I didn't use Tinder very much. So most of the dates I've been on was people I already knew.
Do you even need to like? Here's the thing. Let me ask you about Tinder. Do you even need to use Tinder when you're like in college? I guess.
If you're in community college, yeah.
Really? Does that help?
Yeah.
Because it seems like you just walk around. That is Tinder, basically.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Community college is essentially like a 13th and 14th grade. It's not even. You don't. There's nobody you really meet. The only time I met people there was when I went out of my way to join a club.
Mm-hmm.
But beyond that, and you don't talk to anybody in your classes. You don't really have social.
Did you commute?
gatherings.
I think it's
Not very
optional.
far.
At least they're there. You could
Right.
talk to them. You could.
Right. I made some friends there, but it wasn't like I really had to go out of my way to do that. If you're in a university, you meet people all the time because you guys are always doing shit.
Oh, you're saying community college is like
There's no like
subpar.
There's
when it
no
comes
like
to the
community
dating
college
scene.
pride. Like what was my mascot? The Brahmas. Like there's no Brahma pride. You know, it's not like the Bruins or like the Trojans or something.
You need pride to talk to people that go to your community college.
Well, I'm just saying that there's no events that you're going to go to meet other people in your school. You go to your class, you get your shit done, and leave. Right?
I think that I get what you're saying. Honestly, the part that sucked for me was commuting because the commuter kids are like basically like degenerates when it comes to like meeting people because everyone that dorms there like kind of they eat together, they hang out together, they see each other in the halls. Commuter kids show up for the classes and then leave basically. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's almost there's no dorms in a community college. It's just like
Right.
It's
So
like
that's why I was saying
Sometimes there are.
That's
There
why
was
I was
mine.
very few.
Yeah.
Out here, not really. What'd you say?
That's why I was saying that's why like I was asking if you're commuted
Yeah.
versus I think that
15
would be
minutes
more of
away.
a problem than like your school doesn't have a good mascot. You know what I mean?
Nobody, I don't know what to tell you, dude. Nobody in that school, nobody gives a fuck. You go to your class, you do your shit, and you leave. Barely any class I had involved any interaction. The only time I had interaction in classes was like for a theater class, because you have to. Other than that, everyone goes.
So
sits
Tinder
down.
would make sense, I guess,
Right.
in that situation.
Like you just go, you sit down, do your work, and leave. I didn't like. There were semesters where I just didn't talk to anybody.
God, Tinder would have been so good when I was in college, man. Didn't have it back then.
Even in
it's all
bigger-
about Facebook, and Facebook's awkward as fuck because you have to like
uses
add them as
Facebook?
friends
Use Facebook?
first.
Wait a second. Tinder
What?
and stuff has been around since like 2011, 2012.
It wasn't like popping off in 2011, 2012.
I think it hit its
I
peak
just
probably
remember it existed around
2014,
then.
15, something
Did
like
you
that.
use it in college?
No, I never used Tinder. I got Tinder for the first time last weekend, and like immediately deleted it.
But you're saying it was like around in 2011?
Yeah, because it was around
Yeah,
like
it
when
was.
OkCupid was around too, like 2011.
But okay, OkCupid and Tinder are like
Well,
totally
it's just
different.
dating apps is all I'm talking about.
They're totally different beasts.
It's the
One
equivalent-
is
Yes,
like
I learned that last weekend.
one is like, yo, I'm chilling. Let me just swipe a
Right.
few people, be like, haha, send a fucking, like a purple eggplant emoji. The other one is like, here are my life aspirations and goals. Here is what I'm looking for in a relationship. Here is what I'm not looking for. It's,
I get what
very-
you're saying.
you know,
I was just saying that those dating apps existed back then. Is all I was saying.
right.
So you never had a bad date?
I can't think of a bad date, I think the worst that I had, which was from Tinder actually, was I was talking to this girl and her location was set to Los Angeles, but I live up in like the Valley area, which is not exactly like Los Angeles. You have to drive like maybe half
What's
an
your
hour
address?
down. So her location was set to LA, and I was like, okay, she's in the LA area, that's fine, half an hour max, whatever. Turns out her location was actually like another 30 to 45 minutes south of LA. So when we started talking, we were like trying to set up a date. I was like, okay, oh, you don't actually live in LA. All right. Well, I said, well, we can meet halfway, do something there, whatever. So we tried to do that. And part of this has nothing to do with her because this wasn't her fault. She had a car accident on the way to going driving up to LA near her area. But because she was like panicking and had nobody to call, she was asking me, she's like, "Can you think that you can come down and can you help me out with this?" And I was like, okay. So I had to basically drive for an hour down. This is the first time I'm meeting this person. Help them get their car to a junkyard or like a towing company, whatever. Help her figure out how to file forms. And then leave her car there while she's like freaking out, saying her parents are gonna kill her and whatnot, whatever.
And then you went on the date.
And then
And then they
on a
went to
date.
Cheesecake Factory.
And then I went on a date, another 45 minutes north up to LA.
Oh, you went there anyway.
We went there
You didn't
anyways because
just-
I was like, I've driven this far, I don't give a fuck. And then afterwards, I had to drive her down another 45 minutes back down to drop her off at her place. Then drive an hour and a half back to my place.
Wow.
That was pretty bad. But
Was
again,
there a second date? Is the
no,
important thing.
absolutely not.
Oh.
We did not talk after that. We got along okay, but it just never talked again.
It wasn't a very good meet cute.
No. It wasn't like one of those experiences where you bond with somebody through some sort
For
of
him.
experience.
It might be a fun plot for a rom-com, but for Alec it was...
No, that was awful. It wasn't like the
And
movies.
if you had hit it off, it would have been very
Yeah.
memorable.
Yeah,
You'd be
but-
It would have been
"Remember
like when
that
Harry
time?"
met Sally in the car
Right.
for many hours.
I don't know what that's referring to. What's
Yeah,
it
see,
referring to?
that's, I don't know. She's pitching way above your head here. It'd
But
be
yeah.
try again. Try again for
All my
a
movie,
Zoomers.
all my
Something
rom-com
relatable.
movie references are from the 80s. It's a classic though.
Lindsay, what was your first date ever? Actual date, not I didn't. I canceled some dude.
I would say that since the only date I've been on in the last, like the only date that didn't turn into like a long relationship in the last 8 years was a couple weeks ago. I don't.
Ooh,
I don't-
recent. This is relevant.
Yeah, but like it wasn't bad or anything for any reason. I'm just saying I don't think I had a lot of bad dates because I haven't gone on very many dates.
You go on dates and you're just like, you're the one.
No, it's just usually I don't go on a lot of dates.
I mean, was it? You could just say it's the Jack in the Box guy.
Yeah, but I didn't go on that date. I mean, that was the worst interaction I had after a date, though. Yeah,
After, okay.
but I don't have any like date experience where like I had to drive 45 minutes or she had one nipple piercing.
Wow.
I don't have.
Listen, it's just
anything
weird
like
to
that.
just like commit to two. You know what I mean?
I get it.
Commit to two if you started with the two. Don't half-ass it or take it out. You know what I mean?
Oh, you're talking about the nipples again.
She brought it up.
yeah.
I mean, what's
yeah.
wrong with one?
There's nothing wrong with one if your intention was to
Asymmetrical.
get one. But if your story is, I was gonna get two, but it was too painful, so I'm just keeping this one.
Nipple
mean,
ring.
Hey,
Lord.
commit. I mean, it shows a lot about your integrity. Can't get both.
I guess that's fair. That's a good point.
You know what I mean?
You don't follow
All right.
through.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh. What's your worst date story?
I think my worst date, I want to say I was probably, maybe I was 20. And I was going out, I went on a date. Wait. Okay. I thought it was this one where I was 20 and I went on this date with some girl who just like didn't talk. She just like didn't say anything. She's like the whole time like just conversational, like you get like one sentence responses. And we were supposed to go to Dave & Buster's because I was 20 and we were 20 and like you can go to like a fun bar or something. And then Dave & Buster's was closed. So then we went to the ESPN zone next door and she just didn't talk. I remember sitting there and I ordered a Philly cheesesteak because this predated my vegetarianism. And I just watched boxing was on this gigantic flat screen behind her. And I just like, after a while, I just stopped trying to have conversation. I just like would kind of autopilot talk to her while I just watched like this fight happening behind her. But that's, the worst date I actually was on was this girl in the dorms of my then community college. So they do exist. Super rare.
Yeah.
It was like on an Air Force base. They got converted
What the hell?
at this film school I was going to. But I had spent all this time like going after this girl, and then finally I was like, oh, let's go on a first date. And then it turned out like I think I found out she had a boyfriend like as soon as we were supposed to go out. Like that night, someone came in and was like, yo, Lindsay, this girl, has a boyfriend. And so then I was like, fuck this. And I was like, we're going to a strip club now. And then all of you guys are coming. And we just brought her to a strip club up on Colfax. What is it called? What's the shitty one that's on Colfax? Do you remember this? Not like the nice ones downtown, but there's like one that's on, I think it's called like Saturdays or something. God, I haven't thought about this in forever. And we went, she hung out.
Shotgun Willie's or whatever.
It was like a Shotgun Willie's type experience. We went, hung out. Everyone just got really fucked up. And I was like, ha, got her. And then I just was like depressed afterwards. But later on, I would take her away from her boyfriend. She became my college girlfriend. My first college girlfriend. Yeah. Just played that long game.
Wow.
Yeah, maybe the strip club was the alpha move. Dude.
Maybe it was.
Yeah, you know, just said fuck it.
Yeah.
Just be like, yo, let's go to a strip club. I mean, that's a pretty. Going there with her by yourself, I think would have been a little extreme.
No, it had
but because you brought everybody,
Yeah.
that seems like a fun thing, and you brought it together, which shows like your leadership quality, and I think that might have been attractive to her, regardless of the venue at that point. You know what I mean? Could have been anywhere. You know, bring everyone to a graveyard.
She's like, my
go drinking
boyfriend never
there.
takes me to a strip club.
Yeah. Maybe you're right. Well, I'll thank you.
I'm just saying. I mean, that's take what you can
Oh my goodness.
out of that.
Wow.
Dating stories.
Well, there you go. That podcast absolutely flew by. Thank you, DoorDash, for really getting that conversation rolling. Man, what a great sponsor.
I think we're about to get out. I want to know something, okay? And maybe I should just ask you off of the podcast.
Yeah.
To be fair, here's the thing: Los Angeles has a pretty big like homeless problem, right?
Why? The moment you started that, I don't know why my head immediately went to homeless before you even said homeless.
Because I said Los Angeles, right? And then which part has a, and then maybe that's where your mind went.
I did not. I thought this was going to be relevant.
Everything was
just
homeless when you
hanging
started
down.
that sentence.
Dangling.
We're on the same wavelength.
I'm sorry. Hello, can you hear me?
Go ahead.
So, the other day, I'm outside waiting for my Cheesecake Factory. Actually, this wasn't it, but it was very late. But I think I was waiting for a food order. It was a pretty rough night. Most of them got canceled. Not relevant. But it was trash day, and this car pulled up, and I thought it was my food. I thought it was my Grubhub delivery service coming in clutch.
You meant to say DoorDash.
Sorry, let me restart
bleep that. We'll
I
bleep that.
actually did meant to say DoorDash. I wasn't using Grubhub, so I did meant to say DoorDash.
Okay.
I don't know why I said it.
Just sabotage.
Yeah. So the other night, I was out waiting for my DoorDash, late at night to come in clutch, save me from a night of lonesome afterthoughts. And this van pulls up, and I'm like, here it is. This man and woman come out. I was like, older couple, how cute, delivering my food to me.
Oh, no.
The abstract millennial that I am. And they come over to the trash bins, and they turn on a headlamp and just start digging through my trash.
Oh.
I didn't know what to do in that situation, so I panicked. I walked away. But in reality, is it legal for people to just come up to the trash bins and just go through shit?
That's happened to me 3 times in the
If it's
past
in the
2
public
months.
space. I know that they trespass and do it anyway, which is its own thing because at that point trespassing.
You can't
But
do
they could-
anything about it. I looked it up.
But they're not supposed to do it.
Because isn't it like it's
They
like a
can
federal
do it.
crime? I thought like it's the
federal?
same thing. Because I thought it's the same thing as going through someone's mail, right? Because if you're throwing away mail and people are going through your trash,
I don't think so. I'm not sure the legality of it. I think it's legal. Obviously,
Really?
it's frowned upon, but I don't know. I think
By Alex.
if it's I think if your garbage bins are out on the street, then it's fair game. But if it's on your property, they can't. I'm not sure.
I don't think it's on the same. Like mail is like
It's different.
you have to opt in to mail. Like you have to like trash. I mean, if you throw away sensitive documents, I
Right.
guess.
Because that's happened to me a couple
But, like,
times this past few months.
Aren't you also not supposed to put your trash in somebody else's bins too? Like if they're put it out. There's like all sorts of weird
Oh, I
trash
do
rules.
that.
I think that's more of like.
I mean, everybody kind of does it, but I think I'd rather you're not supposed to do it. 'Cause they
Yeah.
can get charged if you put something.
I think people can get mad at you for doing it.
Yeah.
But if it's like on the street, I don't think it matters because if they go into your property to put trash, that's fucked because you're like, what the fuck, get out. But
Yeah.
if they're like, there's a room, I don't see why people would get
Right.
upset. Because sometimes they'll come onto my property and go through. Like I had a lady that was doing it, and I had to
that
be
they
like,
can't do.
I felt bad because usually a guy I'll be like, yo, but the lady was doing it. I felt bad for the lady, and I was kind of like, hey, like, what are you doing? And she was like, hey, I'm sorry. And I was like, all right, come on, hurry up, go through my
Do you
stuff.
have your own individual trash cans at your apartment, or you have a big dumpster?
I got like 4 different bins, I guess.
Oh, but they're
Anyway.
they're yours. Your
Yes.
neighbors don't put their trash. in
Well,
your
we
bins.
share them. There's 4 neighbors, so 4 of us, and
Oh,
each
okay.
one of us has a trash bin.
I
But
was just curious.
all right, well, I guess that.
What did you
What
want
an
to do?
interesting-
What was your instinct of what you thought you should have done?
I just want to be like, hey, I got trash in there.
Like they're raccoons. You just scare them away with your loud voice.
I got my trash in there.
But then I was thinking, because I was like, but I was like,
we need
to eat.
trash.
but also like, what if I had thrown something away that I didn't want people to see? What if it was like a tub of lube? I had in there. I was saving
Are they
that.
going to connect it to you?
Maybe if I'm next to the trash bin waiting for
Saying, "Hey, that's my
waiting
lube,
for
put it down."
DoorDash.
That'd be so embarrassing.
I like the dichotomy of you being embarrassed by someone seeing your lube in the trash, by someone literally going through your trash to like survive.
I'm embarrassed.
You're like-
as someone's digging through my trash. I could see. Yeah,
Like,
I
they're
see
already like-
I see the irony of it.
It didn't phase me, bro.
At that point, no, because at that point they're fully confident in it because they wouldn't be doing it, right? They have the little headlamps and stuff. They're fully prepared for it. They're more prepared for that moment than I am. Okay, that's the dichotomy to answer
You're
your
more
question.
put out.
Yes, because I'm not expecting. What if they pull something up and they're like, "Ooh, what's this?" And I'm like, "Oh shit." I didn't want anyone but the garbage man to see that, and the garbage man can't connect me to that object. But I'm standing in front of it now. I'm a full connection to this thing they're going through. You know what I mean? I got some shit I'm throwing away here and there.
Remember when you went through Subject's trash and stole his shoes?
Yeah, and was wearing them.
Think about how he felt.
I don't think he cared all that much. To be
Yeah.
honest with you,
Whatever.
it was a brand new pair of shoes. Honestly, it's like someone should have worn them.
That's
Wow.
what those people are saying. when
What
they're
a
digging
great
through your
button.
Wanted to
trash.
walk a mile in them.
For this week's CCTV. Thank you, Upstart. Thank you, DoorDash. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Roll outro.
There's a Maui that still plays in little pools down by the sea, where breezes blow from heaven, and you can become the morning light that shines all day in paradise.